Welcome to lunch break.
Hello.
Hello. I can't do accents. I've been learning.
You can. That was an accent.
But not like a real accent. I've been
You're
doing
right.
French.
That was pretty fake.
And a lot of the times I get frustrated because they have these speaking portions where you have to say the stuff, and I rarely pass those. Like, it takes me a few tries. I like to blame it on, like, the sounds of the background, you know, the quarantine sounds, cats sniffling, TV and stuff, but no, I'm just really bad at any sort of pronunciation.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to Lunch Break with Ariel Wang and Wang Gang, Louis Patzner.
Yo.
Oops.
We're watching ourselves.
We're watching ourselves.
Few seconds in the past.
Yeah, this is how, like, if you know, whatchamacallit, like, if you guys comment, this is how I see it.
Yeah,
you know,
we're paying attention.
We're trying to pay attention to you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
it's actually all about you. It's not about us.
Never. No live stream has ever been about who's on screen. We don't do it for.
We don't do it for attention.
I like to think the feeling might be mutual, like we're offering something that people like. Mutual.
I think the feeling's mutual.
The feeling's mutual. Well, should we play a song before our words my words get me in trouble?
Yeah.
Yeah. This song is called Loneliness. I figured it kind of makes sense for the brand new lockdown things that are happening. So, you know, I'm hoping that all you lonely people out there have someone to reach out to, and I hope all of you people out there will reach out to someone who might be lonely and stuff. Sitting here in midnight light, only this guitar makes me feel alright. My dreams are of other faces, ones we like to put in place. Loneliness is just another form of grace. The path stays the same, just our minds play these games. Each hour, each day we forget, everything fades. Loneliness is just another form of grace. We look so far for the answers we seek, search until our hearts grow weak. For God, I didn't need to go so far just to understand the message from the cards. A friend of mine, he came, the king of hats and line. The cobwebs are dusted from the sill, smoky trails, all that's left, this so still. Plastered smiles, secret wows. For this we walk 100 miles, laugh and cry for all the same reasons, never sure exactly where we're aiming. Loneliness is just another form of grace. Loneliness is just another form of. I like my version
Yeah,
better. All right. Well, I know why you guys really came here to see this live stream today. It's because we're going to talk about aliens.
Aye.
So, if you guys haven't seen, apparently the ex-Israeli space chief says that there is actually already been visitation from aliens. Who's surprised? And that there's actually a federation and alliance that's already been created between Earth and aliens. And the agreement is basically that aliens are going to leave us alone until we have developed the technology to actually traverse freely through space. And that there's actually a bunker on Mars right now.
Whoa.
That has both astronauts and aliens, and they're
You mean
already
like humans.
like human astronauts
okay.
and aliens, and that they're already doing science-y things together and stuff. Oh, and most importantly, Trump also knows, but hasn't said a thing because people have not let him.
Okay. Well, you mean the deep state?
Yeah. So, so guys, aliens or no?
So Obama knew as well.
Right.
Oh
So
yeah, is that our poll? Is that our new poll?
that is, but we're not. Well, let's announce the poll later.
Oh,
but,
I'm sorry.
But I just want to
Oh
have
my
a
God.
discussion.
I'm blowing it.
I just want to know your thoughts on aliens,
Okay.
yes or no, and also the audience out there, aliens, yes or no. And hi, Neil. How's it going?
Is it Neil Kindig?
No, it's
Oh.
Neil Skasel. I'm sorry, I butcher
hey.
names. Hello, Neil. Do you believe in that there are aliens and that they are bunkering in Mars right now, waiting for us to develop space technology?
Okay. First of all, I do think that there probably are aliens.
And Neil says, "Oh yeah, it's real."
Oh
but
yeah.
Lewis, what do you think?
Okay. No. I'm interested in what Neil has to say. I mean, okay. Well, we'll be checking in with Neil. But sure, I think that aliens are out there. I think that some of the UFOs that the government has admitted that are out there.
Right.
I
the
think
government
that,
has
I think
U.S.
that
government.
I mean, they lie to us a lot, so
They
it's
do.
kind of hard to tell. But I think that they're, I don't know. I saw that, what's his name, Fravor? This Commander Fravor, or some guy who had a 2004 encounter with a UFO. He was flying a jet plane. He's in U.S. Air Force, and he kind of chased a UFO. And he was on Joe Rogan, and I thought that interview was really interesting because he's pretty credible. I think a lot of people consider him to be a credible source. This guy,
Right.
I don't know, the Israeli guy, part of me thinks he's just trying to get on Joe Rogan. I mean, what would you say to get on Joe Rogan, right?
Well, I guess I don't listen to Joe Rogan's, but I know a lot of people do, so I'm the one out of the loop here.
I recommend the Andrew Yang interview.
Surprise, surprise. No one in Yang Gang, just Wang Gang here.
Yeah, so
Well, the Israeli guy, so he's the ex-space chief minister. He
and so
is
who reported this?
incredibly
NBC News, right?
Yeah, this is NBC News.
Okay, I want to see some other news people get on this, right?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't look at it, I didn't search for any more, but I think it has been in other publications. But yeah, this guy is, he was a professor and researcher and professor researcher at a lot of very highly accredited universities. And what he actually said was he had known this since he was the space chief, but he was waiting until he had enough accreditation in the world and had, all these very, respected positions behind him before he was willing to say this in public. Because he was like, 5 years ago, people would have thought I was crazy. Now, at least, I have all these credentials behind me, and also people are more likely to believe these days.
Well,
or
and
are
the
open to
government
it.
did admit it's
Right.
official
The
that
US
there are
government
UFOs, which
did
just
admit.
means there's crafts out there we don't know what their deal is.
Right.
But
could be other countries. Could
I
be
think
aliens.
that one of the big reasons for the secrecy is the technology that these UFOs purportedly have is what's called non-reactionary propulsion, which means they can go at crazy speeds, stop on a dime. There's no like G-force or whatever, and that kind of technology, and also warp technology, that would. Whoa! Speaking of warping reality, that kind of technology would totally change the world, and so whoever gets it first, basically, is in control. And the U.S. wants to be in control for sure, but they don't want to. They don't want to make anything public until it's like official.
Will it make my camera not flop over?
Oh, was that what was happening?
Yeah. It was flopping.
No.
We were slowly sinking, or it was slowly rising. But I think, you're in very intellectually stimulating alien talk was making up for our slow sink into the screen.
Yeah, right. Okay. I recommend that interview with, I think his name is Fravor, on Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let us know what you think about aliens, because this is I'm ready to be
people are saying things.
I'm ready to be a believer. Oh, it's just people are watching.
Oh, there wasn't another comment?
No, people are just watching. But
I'm tripping.
Since you guys are here, I want to hear about your views on aliens, because I'm ready to be a believer. I think that alien life is definitely out there. It's just a matter of whether
I'm ready
we'll
to be a believer, but I'm also skeptical of this particular Israeli dude.
That's fair. All right, we got another back cover for you. We're trying to get through, the whole song book that he came out with. This is called Please Leave a Light On When You Go. How fast can a heart shatter before you're walking on splinters? Your head aches just to feel what it knows. Please leave a light on when you go. How can you fix something that you can touch without hurting? The lesson learned is leaving you down. Please leave a light on when it's done. Standing high above the fall line, watching all your belongings go by. How can you see ending when you're lost at the beginning? The day hides all that the night left behind. Please turn a light on when it dies.
I missed that sus chord at the end.
I didn't tell you explicitly about the sus chord at the end. Well, this is a new segment we're trying out. It is called Pop Culture Corner with the Wang Gang, where Ariel, who knows nothing about pop culture, is going to try to answer some questions about
I think we
pop
should call
culture.
it Pop Culture Quiz Corner. Eek. Pop Culture Quiz Corner.
Okay.
Isn't that more of a tongue
Welcome to Pop Culture Quiz Corner. Say that 20 times fast.
Okay. Okay. How many of the James Bonds can you name? Actors that played James Bond.
Actors.
Yeah.
Uh.
And I will tell you right now, I actually cannot name them all.
The Sean Connery.
Yep.
The new guy with the face and
Yep.
the really blue eyes. What's his name?
Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig.
That one doesn't count.
And then there's the guy with the dark hair that is like is he the original James Bond?
Sean Connery is the original.
Oh, fuck. Who's the guy after? He's like got dark hair and he kind of like looks like he could have been president. I don't know.
He could have been president. So you can name one. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, and I can only name him because you were watching it last night.
I was watching Goldfinger last night. Great movie, I think. Actually, that's the quintessential James Bond
Pussy
movie. Pussy
galore.
Sure. I mean, it has the name. It has the car. It has other gadgets. It has the evil villain with the crotch laser.
It has the James Bond rape scene.
He definitely forces himself on Pussy galore to save the day, because she ends up, spoiler alert for Goldfinger, 3, 2, 1. She ends up not using the gas that Goldfinger gave her, which was going to kill everybody. He told everyone it was just going to knock them out for a day, but it's really lethal. And she changes it to gas that makes them wake up sooner, and then that's how they get caught. So, anyway, don't force yourself on anybody. It's not good. Okay, so
next.
George Lazenby was the one after Sean Connery.
Okay.
And then Sean Connery came back, and then it was Roger Moore. Is that who we're talking about?
Maybe.
Who's the villain in the Spice World movie, Spice Girls movie called Spice World, I think.
Oh.
Great movie, and he's the best part. No offense, I love the Spice Girls. They're all good too. And then
I'm more of a what is it? What's the kitty? Fuck.
Josie and the Pussycats.
Josie and the Pussycats.
Sure, yeah. Also a great movie. Then there's Timothy Dalton after Roger Moore, who did 2 of them, and then there's Pierce Brosnan. I thought maybe you would get like Pierce Brosnan, maybe, and then Daniel Craig. And then there's also the reason I can't name them all is there's another one who did the old version of Casino Royale, which was kind of like a parody, and I don't know that guy's name. Okay, was that a good pop culture quiz corner?
Well, that was, yeah.
Is that everything you wanted?
I thought it would be a little more rapid fire, and we weren't going to hang out on one movie or one series for that long.
Oh, I'm supposed to ask you rapid fire questions about pop culture?
Yeah, I said give me 30 seconds to answer. We're still working out the kinks, people.
Oh, I blew it.
Live. That's okay. That's what every show does, right? Works out the kinks.
It's a new
live.
segment.
I
didn't decide to do that segment.
No, you didn't. Oh my God, Graham has tons of opinions.
About what? Aliens?
Graham Patzner, brother to Louis Patzner, says, so COVID-19 is actually going to be like a signal for the mothership, and on December 21st it'll go on, and if you got it and survived, you're going to another planet. Thanks, Graham. I've always wondered about that. All right. Well, we got more...
That's pure conjecture.
Pure conjecture. There's pussy galore right there. We got more songs. This next song is called Looking. It's from the very first Wang EP called Wang Licks. Okay. Wow, I forgot the whole tuning game and everything. No, this is everybody's favorite. All right.
You guys see this fluffy tail?
Yeah, I don't know what people can actually see. Something.
I think it was not high enough.
Is this where I find you lying on the calico ground? Sunspots putting color to your skin. I wish to reach down and rub your cold, cold feet, but I'm not. Healer I saw by the riverbanks. I thought I told all the rations and the spoils, chariot and harlot upon your bed. My hands were weighted down by air and thoughts. I forget the walls were built of glass. The ground is shaking, oh, it's shaking, shaking hard. And I've traveled here with aching bones, looking, looking for a way to be born. These half-days are selfish in this morning gray. Got no more illusions, just a loaded deck. I'm a spot tired of this long hard coat and hat, afraid the dust and the lazy beds. Ground is shaking, oh, it's shaking, shaking hard. And I've traveled here with aching bones, looking, looking for a way to be born. Ground is shaking, oh, it's shaking, shaking hard. And I've traveled here with aching bones, looking, looking for a way to be born. Ground is shaking, oh, it's shaking, shaking hard. And I've traveled here with aching bones, looking, looking for a way to be born, looking for a way to be born. All right, that was Lookin' from the very first EP. I guess now it's time to announce a poll winner and a
It's the end of a whole like a whole.
a whole saga, a poll saga,
It was called November Madness.
and all
Never
the way
mind.
into December.
Yep.
So it was between turkeys and squirrels, and it was actually a tie. So then Lewis became the tiebreaker,
Yeah,
and he voted for turkeys. Why turkeys?
they taste better.
Oh, I guess so. I have a little personal vendetta against turkeys now since I got chased by one. But I think we're ready to move on from the urban animal saga.
Yeah, I mean, and
Where turkeys now reign.
turkeys just beat out squirrels, coyotes, mountain lions, raccoons, skunks, possums, and pigeons. Am I right?
Yes.
Is that all of them?
think so.
Yeah, we had a whole
Possums.
tournament. That's the word I was using for. A tournament.
Saga.
Yeah. Okay.
So now we are on to new things. Aliens. Do you think aliens exist? And have they actually come and visit? I guess that's the thing. It's not so much do you think aliens exist in the world. It's do you think we have already come in contact with aliens or not?
Is the question, have aliens visited Earth or not? Or is it have we been or are we currently communicating with the aliens actively?
That's a good question.
Or do we have alien crafts? For sure, crafts that were built off this world.
Have aliens visited Earth before?
Sure.
You can vote.
Yeah. They're called
stories.
octopi. You know, there's a theory that the octopus is not of this Earth because it's very different from every other creature. It has brains in its tentacles, like multiple brains. It's just a very weird thing.
Yeah. I mean, I think people have also said that there's possibly bacteria probably on the Earth that is alien because whenever things crash, like a lot of bacteria can live in very harsh environments, and some have been shown to possibly be able to survive at least for a certain time in space. So, we might already have alien visitors, but they're just not ones we talk to or see normally.
Well,
with
I
our
mean,
eyes.
I think that the whole reason why one flosses is to
get rid of aliens
to get
in your teeth.
To get oxygen exposed so that it'll kill the bacteria, and so there's no oxygen in space, which means maybe the bacteria was doing all right. See where I'm going? See how smart I am?
Yeah. Go to Lewis for all of your scientific knowledge. He knows a lot about flossing aliens out of your teeth.
That's a leap, but yes, I do know. Yeah.
He knows all about alien flossing. Tell us.
Human flossing,
That
alien
should be
bacteria.
a poll. That should be a poll sometime. What do you think you are flossing out of your
Who
teeth?
even are
Food
we right now?
or aliens?
What is even going on?
We're turning into History Channel. Isn't that what like the whole thing is like?
Ancient
that's what,
aliens.
Yeah, it's all. Now I want to know about the National Geographic Channel. Are they still
Nat
talking?
Geo?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of TV, so I wouldn't really know anyway. But I was an avid Animal Planet fan as a kid. I loved all their countdowns.
I don't think I watched it as much as you. But I like Man vs. Wild.
Do you like Call of the Wild?
The book, sure. Is that the one that they made a movie of recently with Harrison Ford?
Oh, recently? I don't know about recently, but there is a movie.
There was some kind of Jack London thing with Harrison Ford that came out recently. I think it's Call of the Wild. It's official. It's Call of the Wild.
See, this is like continuous pop culture corner where Ariel just says, I don't know.
I'm not
anything.
normally like that. I'm normally like, let's talk Flaubert.
We have one more song for you guys. Well, I want to get it done now because, our live streams take forever. And this story, or this song comes with a story. So it's a song by the Decemberists. It's called The Crane Wife 3. And it's from an album that they did on various folk tales. And this is a Japanese folk tale called The Crane Wife. And the folktale goes that a fisherman rescues a crane who, in certain versions, was shot by an arrow, and others that it was just injured, and the fisherman nursed it back to life. And the day after he released the crane, a woman comes to his door, and he falls in love with her, and they get married. And one day she goes and says, I'm going to go into this room. Do not peek in until I come out. So she goes in for 7 days, comes out with a beautiful silk garment of clothing, and she gives it to her husband and says, go to the market and sell this. So he goes and he sells it for a lot of money. And as time goes on, she'll occasionally go into her room and come out 7 days later, a little worse for wear, but with a beautiful garment that the fisherman then sells, and they soon become very wealthy. Finally, one day, the fisherman can't resist looking into the room while his wife is working, and he sees that she is the crane that he rescued and nursed back to health, and she was in fact making this clothing out of her own feathers, which she was plucking off of her body. And after he sees her, she tells him that because he knows her secret, she can no longer be with him, and she leaves. So this is the Crane Wife 3. They also have the Crane Wife 1 and 2. Not 1 and 2, but one song called Crane Wife 1 and 2. And this is a song based on the end of the folktale. Clothed in a snowy shroud, she had no heart so hardened, all under the boughs unbound. Each feather, it fell from skin, till threadbare she grew thin. How were my eyes so blinded? Each feather, it fell from skin. I will hang my head low. I will hang my head low. right, that's it for lunch break. Next week we'll have a special guest, Madeline Taskin, who is putting out a double vinyl, and part of the proceeds are going to support the New Georgia project, which is working on the Senate race in Georgia. So you should check that out, and also check out our episode next week where we will be talking to Maddie, and then also putting up a music video that she has released.
Georgia
Senate race, January 5th.
Georgia.
All right, thanks for tuning in to Lunch Break with Ariel Wang and Louis Patzner. This guy here,
The Patzmaster.
the Patzmaster.
Not what I go by.
Is that another one of your secret MC names?
Yeah, it's such a secret. I just told everybody.
Yeah, such a secret. All right, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.